Alright, chat. We are taking a closer look, a second time, at the character build options for Starfield. Perfect timing with that. Alright, chat. We're taking a close look at the character build options in Starfield with this new Starfield build planner that just came out today, yesterday, and new to us. And yeah, we're going to have to resize our screen a little bit here, but we're going to check it out together and see what the game has to offer. So first, we have to pick our background, right? So you can go File Not Found, which allows you to start with Wellness, Ballistics, and Piloting. There's no information on file about your past life. Clerical Oversight, Deletion by some powerful unknown faction. Or is there just nothing of note to mention? Whatever the reason, your past is known only to you. What's important is the here and now and the path you're about to forge. So yeah, you'll get some extra maximum health, you'll get some extra damage with ballistic weapons, and you'll be a little better at piloting, and you can utilize ship thrusters. Or we could be a beast hunter. It's not on our... We got a design doc. This is not one of the things we're likely to pick, but we'll read through them for everyone to see. From the Ashta of Aquila to the terramorphs that plague the whole of the settled systems, hostile aliens, or hostile alien life abounds. You learn skills, track them, find them, and take them down. You get more oxygen with fitness, you get more ballistic weapon damage, and you can craft specialty food and drinks and research additional recipes at a research lab with gastronomy. Alright, then there's the bouncer. You work the line at the toughest clubs in the settled systems. Back then you learned that most non-lethal confrontations can be solved one of two ways: a strong right hook or a more strongly secured door. Unarmed attacks do 25% more damage, 25% less O2 used when using a power attack. I'm assuming O2 and stamina are pretty synonymous in this game, but we don't really heard about that much. Anyway, and you get a little bit of extra hacking, advanced locks, some auto attempts, and you just have more oxygen. So you use less to box, and you have more. Pretty good if you're going with a melee punchy build. Alright, here's the first background that I might use in my first character, is the bounty hunter. Wherever there are wanted individual, there are those who profit from their capture, and your quarry knows that in the vastness of space they can run, but they can't hide. You get piloting, you get targeting control systems, unlock ship targeting functionality, and you get boost pack training, so you can float around a little better. Pretty good starting abilities. Or maybe we'll pick a chef. While the unrefined masses scarf down chunks by the shipload, you cater to those with a more discerning palate. In your kitchen, countless alien species became true culinary masterpieces. You get gastronomy, you get dueling, which means your melee weapons do more damage, and you take less damage while wielding them. And you get scavenging, so you find extra credits in containers. Combat medic, leave it to human beings to fight over something as infinite as outer space. Combat medic could be a vibe for your character. Cool. Let's see what it entails. You've never been afraid to take on an enemy, but you'd much rather take care of your friends. You get more damage with pistols. Med packs, trauma packs, emergency kits restore more health and restore more health faster, and you just have more max health. Yeah, pretty good starting skills if you're looking to use pistols and don't want to die. Probably a good one for specifically harder difficulties also. Alright, Cyber Runner we're saying we're probably not going to play as, but let's see what all it has. From Neon to New Atlantis to Megacorp stand as monuments power, prestige and profit. You work both for and against them on the inside and out, often sacrificing conscience for credits. Adds a stealth meter. You're 25% more difficult to detect when sneaking. Suppressed weapons do an additional 5% sneak attack damage. I know someone who's taking this build. Is Steppy Sue here? I found your build, your background. Nope, not here. Never mind. I'll tell him later. Alright, security. You can attempt to hack extra and you get to unlock the ability to pickpocket people. So yeah. There's Steppy Sue's build. Cyber Runner. Cyberneticist. Robots. Mere toys. Neuro amps. Good for parlor ticks. Colony War may have made implants and upgrades available to veterans, but once you saw a greater future. But you once saw a greater future. I did that last time I read. Anyway, humans and machines as one. Alright, you get better med packs, you can hack, and lasers do 10% more damage. Like, here's one for me, the Diplomat. The war is over. Peace now reigns in the settled systems, but only because there are those quietly fighting to keep it. Because of you, agreements were signed, words were heeded, lives were spared. Yo! Nikki B, thank you so much for that follow. Appreciate you. Hope you're enjoying the stream, having a good day. If you're as hyped as we are for some fun Starfield stuff, as we explore this, remember exclamation mark builds. What did I fucking make the command? Builder? There it is. Anyway, you can check out this on your own time while we build your character along with us. Alright, yeah, the wars are over. Peace now reigns in the settled systems, but only because there are those quietly fighting to keep it. Because you agreements signed, words were heeded, lives were spared. So I'm thinking persuasion sounds good, because getting bonuses to conversation checks are always good. Commerce, you buy for less, sell for more, perfect, and you get more max health. Pretty likely that this is a top 3 pick for us. One of these, it's definitely in our top 3. Yeah. All right, Explorer. They said exploration is lost art. You didn't listen. As the major factions argued over the space they just desperately tried to control, you were busy uncovering the wonders of the settled systems. Normally, Explorer would be appealing to me, but I think for this particular game, I'm not going to do that. Why does Gangster get shotguns? Because thematically it makes sense. Gangsters use shotguns. Tommy guns and no. Bethesda devs are of an older generation. No, there's a lot of shotguns. Go watch them. Distorted Craft, what's up? How you doing? Trust me, shotguns is thematically accurate for gangsters and media. So are Tommy guns, but I doubt Tommy guns have a direct reference in the game. Anyway, explorers get lasers, astrodynamics, which increases grab jump range of jump drives by 15%, so that's probably useful for getting around the galaxy. And surveying adds an additional zoom to the hand scanner, and scan distance is increased by increased to 20 meters, up to 20 meters. All right, here's the gangster. You're always disgusted by suckers killing themselves to make an honest wage. As soon as you rolled enough to hold a weapon, you took what you wanted from anyone unlucky enough to have it. Shotguns do 10% more damage. You get the boxing abilities. Wait, that's different than the brawler one, wasn't it? Oh no, it's the same. It's the same, I just forgot. Yeah, do more damage, less O2 used when using power attacks, and you can pickpocket. Pickpocket. Alright, the Homesteader. We don't know much about this one previously. The discovery of the settled systems, many oxygen-rich planets and moons meant humans could live just about anywhere if they had the know-how. You didn't utilize it to great effect. You get geology, which means you get more common and uncommon inorganic resources from surface objects. Cool. You get surveying and weightlifting, some more carry capacity. We could make it some RP reasons to be in a homesteader for our first character. Problem with being the homesteader though is like, then why do you go exploring further? Anyway. Alright, the industrialist. There was a time when all you wanted to be was a titan of industry, maybe a ship designer or a megacorp exec. Thankfully, that skill set never goes out of style in the settled systems. You get persuasion, you get security, you get research methods, which resources required to craft items and complete projects is reduced by 10%, so potentially quite useful. Long hauler. Now this is one of our top 3 from the previous look we did. Will I end up choosing it? I'm not sure. Long hauler. Let those other hothead pilots obsess over laser weapons and maneuverability. You're a space trucker, pure and simple. Pack the cargo, get it there fast, get paid, repeat. Life is simple and good. You get weightlifting for more carry capacity. You can utilize ship thrusters, and your ballistic ship weapons have increased damage and cost less to use while in targeting mode. That all sounds good to me. That all sounds good to me, especially if I want to lean towards space pirate and space thuggery. Alright, the pilgrim, wayfarer, wanderer, seeker, transient. You've been called many things during your travels and learned something those others could never understand. The journey is the destination. Anyway, you get scavenging, extra credits when searching containers, you get surveying, you get gastronomy. Again, you could come up with a cool RP around this background, I think. I don't have one in mind though, that I want to play right away. There's the professor. You've always enjoyed learning, but nothing could compare to the joy of teaching others. As humankind spread throughout the stars, there was never a lack of knowledge to obtain. You gladly assisted. Get the grab jump boost, geology, and research methods. Alright, here's one that I'm curious to see what you get with it. Because Ronin was listed before, but we didn't know what skills came with it. Ronin, masterless and unbound. You wandered the settled systems as a blade for hire. To some, you were a simple merc. To others, a hero. And to a select few, a nightmare they could never wake from. You get dueling. Melee weapons deal more damage. You take less damage while wielding melee weapons. You get stealth. And you get scavenging. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool for a melee weapon build. Sneak attack melee build. Alright, the sculptor. With your knowledge of anatomy and skilled steady hands, you could have become a surgeon. Instead, you followed your heart, created works of art to amaze and inspire. So you get a bonus to medicine, geology, and persuasion. Alright. A little weird thematically, but cool. Still though, with a cool set of skills. Alright, here's another one for Wimdea to consider for their character, for their not Captain Reynolds. Soldier. The settled system is no stranger to warfare, and there is one thing armed conflict relies on. It's trained warriors with guns and guts. You had both. Simple, bloody work, and you were great at it. Alright, you get 10% more oxygen. Your ballistic weapons do 10% more damage. And you can do boost packs. Ooh. This is the most tempting of the soldier types, I think, because it has ballistics and boost pack. And fitness is nice too. Fitness is nice too. Hold on a second, I gotta send a quick message. Tamlin, hello, how you doing? What's up? Welcome to the stream. Alright. You said that's a maybe for you. Yeah, I think the boost pack training with ballistics definitely more interesting to me than bounty hunter. But let's see what Space Gounder has. Maybe that's the fit. Good, bad, who's right is it to say? If there's anything you've learned traipsing through the galaxy, it's this. Space may look black, but it's really one shade of gray. Anyway, pistols do more damage. You can utilize ship thrusters for piloting, and you have some extra charisma. More charisma plus these things, pretty good. Good new. My Constellation Edition shipped yesterday. Ooh, nice. Constellation Edition. I wish I could have got it. I would really like to have the Constellation Edition. But it wasn't in the cards. Maybe I'll get a copy later down the road if they republish it. So congrats on that. Enjoy it. Alright. And then we got the Xenobiologist. Last background here. The settled systems is home to untold alien species, and while none of them have yet proven sentient, that never deterred you. So you sought out and studied them for whatever gifts they offered. You get a boost of lasers, I like that. You get surveying, that's pretty good. And you get more oxygen, that's pretty nice. So, alright, so I gotta narrow it down. Xenobiologist is nice. I think I passed on all the soldier types. Long hauler is the one I really feel drawn to. Let me go through them one more time. Diplomat, combat medic, chef. No, I'm not doing melee on my first build. I just wish I could switch ballistic weapons on long hauler for lasers, but I mean, it's a Bethesda game. I can get lasers later. And maybe I'll really like the ballistic ones, right? So who knows? Alright, those are our skills that we start with. In the physical tree, we have weightlifting. In the tech tree, we have piloting and ballistic weapon systems, right? Let's look at our traits real quick. What kind of builder? That's what we're trying to figure out. I think long hauler is very likely to be the background I pick. I don't know that I'll change my mind between now and Thursday, but it's definitely the one I'm leaning for. I think I know at least one trait that I'm going to take. So you can pick 3 of these traits. They have negatives, and some of them prevent you from taking others. So if you take space, you can get terra firma. If you take extrovert, you can get introvert. If you take one of these 3, you can't pick either of the other 2. If you take one of these 3, you can't pick either of the other 2. All right. I think space seems likely for us, right? As a long hauler. So we'll have extra health and oxygen in space, but less on the surface, which, you know, it's going to be an actual negative, but I think the bonus in space, if we're a long hauler, especially if we lean into the space pirating possibilities. So I think maybe spaced. I think maybe extrovert because the negative only really hurts us early in the game, possibly. Or if we have the robot companion. Let's leave that one off for now. Introvert, alien, and wanted. Alright, let's look at alien DNA next anyway. You volunteer for a controversial experiment, combine alien and human DNA. As a result, you start with increased health and oxygen, but healing and food items are not as effective. Yeah. And then wanted. Someone put a price on your head. Occasionally, armed mercs will show up and try and kill you, but being cornered gives you an edge. When your health is low, you do extra damage. And not listed in the perk, if people just randomly show up for you to kill, that means you just randomly get loot that shows up at your feet. The alien thing just for the negative. So you have to eat a lot. You're like, is this Fable? If I eat a lot, will my character like put on weight? I don't think I want either of those. Although if we lean into the Spacefarer thing, wanted makes sense. But if we don't, the other side of it is doing kid stuff, which allows our parents to be alive and well, and we can visit them at their home. We lose some money, but we get whatever the benefits of our parents are when we visit them, whatever happens there. So it's either this or this, not both for us. What do you think sounds more interesting, chat? The space trucker sending money home to mom and dad. Lives their life in space, but occasionally goes home. And I don't know if I'll pick a third if I do that. Oh, you know what? I probably will pick the Freestar Collective if we do that. So we might do Spaced plus Kid Stuff plus Freestar Collective Settler, gain access to special dialogue options for Freestar Collective, better rewards from certain missions. But if we do any crime towards the other factions, the bounties will go up, etc. Or we could do Spaced and Wanted. And I think if we do Spaced and Wanted, then we might also do Hero Worship. Which gives us the Adoring Fan, who shows up randomly. We get a lot of extra free loot this way, basically. As long as we don't die to the to the bounty hunters. So that's the two ideas I'm tossing back and forth here. Space Hero Worship Wanted, or Space Kid Stuff and Freestar Settler. So any other details here? Alright, I think for now, this is the one I'm going to go with. Alright, so let's go back. Those are our traits that we're starting with. And that's all you pick at level 1. Oh, okay, that's a reset. Got it. Let's take a little bit of a look closer. This is our build, right? Let's say this is what we're doing. These are the things that I'm probably going to do for our level 1 build. We're going to be a long hauler, which gives us weightlifting, piloting, ballistic weapon systems, and we're going to probably take the Spaced, Wanted, and Hero Worshipped traits to go along with it, where we'll have an Adoring Fan, we'll be bounty hunted, and we'll get bonuses when we're in space, but some negatives when we're on the surface. And yeah, I think that's going to be our build level 1